The Australian government is made up of three branches. The executive, made up of the Prime Minister, the ministers and government departments. The legislative, which is the Parliament of Australia. And lastly, the judicial. The legislative branch is made up of two chambers, the House of Representatives and the Senate. The executive government is formed by whichever party possesses a majority in the House of Representatives. The Australian monarch, currently Queen Elizabeth II, is represented by the Governor-General in the country, who is appointed by the Queen upon advice from the Prime Minister. The 1975 Australian constitutional crisis, also known simply as the dismissal, culminated on the 11th of November 1975 with the removal from office of the Prime Minister, Gough Whitlam, by the Governor-General, Sir John Kerr. Described as the greatest political and constitutional crisis in Australian history, Kerr removed Whitlam as Prime Minister, even though Whitlam had recommended Kerr to the Queen for the appointment. Among the intrigues that quickly unfolded, Kerr appointed the leader of the opposition, Malcolm Fraser, to be Prime Minister. Such tumultuous events had never before occurred in Australia, nor have they again. To this day, important questions remain regarding the involvement of the Queen, as well as members of the royal family and staff, in this controversial action. The musical collection, known as the Whitlam Rags, was composed by Russell Gilmore, Ian Munro, and Raffaele Marcellino in 2002. Episodes and people from these turbulent times inspired these piano rag settings. The Prime Minister, Gough Whitlam, said of the composition in 2003, "When searching for a musical counterpart to those years in the early 1970s when Labour took office, the rag presents itself for very simple reasons. Its major stylistic feature is a busy, often witty, syncopated melody underpinned by a regular bass of steady purpose. From the moment we took office, we had to be busy, clever, and offbeat in order to achieve what was required by our strong, purposeful policies." I will play two rags from the collection, both composed by Marcellino. The first, It's Time, takes its name from the 1972 Labour campaign that brought Whitlam to power. It's interesting to note that the composition begins with a musical quotation of the national anthem, Advance Australia Fair. The second, entitled 11-11-75 Rag, memorializes the frenetic day of the dismissal.